league's first, second, or third team All-NBA, and the cap continues to increase. Um, yeah, so I mean, they lock up their guy. That's good for them. I mean, it's not like he could go anywhere anyways, because if he got a huge deal from anyone else, they just match it because he's restricted. But moving into an unrestricted free agent, the Thunder, man, the Thunder. They made a run and now everyone's gone. Danilo Gallinari is signing with the Atlanta Hawks for 3 years on a $61.5 million contract. That's right, over $20 million a year for Danilo Gallinari. Crazy. He played well, I guess, this year. I mean, he did shoot 40.5% from three, averaged 19 points. I guess it makes sense for Atlanta. They're trying to push for a playoff spot this year. And now that they got, you got a lineup of, Trae Young, Kevin Huerter, who's their three? Cam Reddish, probably. John Collins, Clint Capella. I guess he could put Gallo at the three, or bring him off the bench. So, yeah, that's a good pickup for them. A little bit of an overpay, though. Jeremy Grant has decided to sign with the Detroit Pistons for a 3-year, $60 million deal. Now, I really don't think Jeremy Grant's worth $20 million, but if somebody offers you the bag, go get the bag. Apparently Denver had a similar offer that they were ready to present him, but I guess he just didn't wait to even hear from them. So, that's interesting. Something must have happened there. Out east again, the Washington Wizards re-signed Davis Bertans to a 5-year, $80 million deal. I mean, he's a sharpshooter. He's an absolute sniper. They kept him. They did what they had to do. Another signing out east. Once again, the Brooklyn Nets re-signed Joe Harris. Shot 42.4% from three this year. They re-sign him to a 4-year, $75 million deal. Marcus Morris has been re-signed by the Clippers for 4 years, $64 million. Marcus Morris is actually really underrated in his offensive game because everyone knows he can play defense, but he averaged 17 points and shot 40.8% from three last year. Like, that's solid. I don't know if he's worth 64, but 16 mil, maybe. Once again, another East signing here. Goran Dragic re-signs to the Miami Heat for a 2-year deal worth $37.4 million. Obviously, everyone expected him to re-sign. He's probably going to be there till he retires. He averaged 16 and 5 this year. He had a plantar fascia tear during the finals. I think they say fascia tear during the finals. I couldn't play, but he's a big part of that team. Now to a non-resigning, and it's actually out west. The reigning champions, the reigning champions, the Los Angeles Lakers signed Wesley Matthews to a 1-year deal. They used their biannual exception worth $3.6 million to sign him. Looking to add wing depth after trading Danny Green away, they got it. He was great in the bubble. I remember watching, I think it was like the Bucks vs Celtics, and the commentators just talking about how Wesley Matthews, like this year in the bubble, or not even the bubble, but before that, is the best version of Wes Matthews they've actually ever seen. He's aggressive, he's getting to the rim, and he's still hitting his shots, so that's a great pickup for the champions. Mason Plumlee signs in Detroit for 3 years, $25 million. Not a very big signing. I mean, he averaged 7 and 5. Yeah. Once again, though, another Denver player going to Detroit. Jordan Clarkson resign. I'm pretty sure that he was actually sure he was staying, but he signs in Philadelphia, so that's a good pickup for them. The Trailblazers re-signed Rodney Hood, 2 years, $21 million, second year non-guaranteed. He injured his Achilles last year, shortly into the year, so we'll see how he is next year. And then back to the Lakers. They signed Montrezl Harrell, who leaves the Clippers but stays in LA. Signing for 2 years. I've seen some say 20 and some say 21. So $20 or $21 million deal. He just won the Sixth Man of the Year. So, yeah, that's a great pickup actually for the Lakers. Unsure of whether they'll put him at the 4 and then put AD at the 5, even though AD doesn't like playing the 5. Or if they'll put Trez at the 5, we'll see. Into some, into some mostly smaller deals now. Although there's some big boys in here, not big boys, but Justin Holiday signed to the Pacers, and we're just gonna go through these quickly. Justin Holiday signed to the Pacers, 3 years, $18.8 million. Yeah, they get him back. Cool. Nothing special. Derek Favors leaves New Orleans to sign a contract with Utah. I don't know the details. I can't. They might be somewhere, but I don't know. Malik Beasley signed a 4-year, $60 million contract, re-signing with Minnesota. Derek Jones is actually going to leave Miami and join Portland on a 2-year, $19 million deal. Jakob Poeltl will stay with San Antonio for a 3-year deal worth about $18 million. And then the monetary value is not exact yet, but Myers Leonard reached a 2-year deal with Miami. Milwaukee re-signs Pat Connaughton, I think he was in the dunk contest, to a 2-year deal worth $8.3 million. Garrett Temple, I don't know if it's been confirmed yet, but he was, I guess, expected to sign a 1-year, $5 million deal with the Chicago Bulls. Dwayne Bacon signs with Orlando for 2 years, $3.3 million, and I think he was in Charlotte before. Patrick Patterson is re-signing with the Clippers on a 1-year deal. Trey Burke signing with Dallas on a 3-year deal. Actually, a really big pickup here for Houston. Christian Wood, 3 years, $41 million. I don't know how they managed to get that cap space at all. Like, I have zero clue. But maybe unless they've just agreed and haven't signed him yet, and they're gonna trade someone to clear that up. I don't know. But that's a great pickup for them, because if they decide not to trade Harden and Westbrook, even though they've asked for a trade, Christian Wood can be that center that they needed. He could play the 5, and he can still stretch the floor and fit with that small ball. And then the last one here is JaMychal Green signs a 2-year, $15 million deal with Denver. Nothing special. I mean, today it was decently eventful. I mean, there wasn't really any huge moves other than, I would say, the Steven Adams trade and Montrezl Harrell going to the Lakers. I think those are the only really two big deals. Although Christian Wood to the Rockets is actually pretty big for the Rockets, because it could convince Harden and Westbrook to stay. Although rumor has it they're not just that it's because of the owner being a very outspoken Trump supporter, and they don't mess with that. So no matter what the Rockets do, that might not be